Follow us on Facebook at Daunta Alone. Follow us on Instagram at Daunta Long. Follow us on YouTube at Daunta Alone. Thank you for tuning in to Long Talk.
Well, friends, good evening and welcome to Long Talk. Our first Long Talk of 2021. What a great joy it is to be back with you here on Long Talk. And remember, Long Talk is an effective way to communicate. And our focus is always to have healthy dialogue and healthy communication for all of our improved quality of life. And I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to everyone that is watching. I'm so glad that you tuned in this Tuesday night to be with us here on Long Talk. I'm excited as always, and I'm happy. Listen, it's a brand new year, and for some of you, this is your first time watching, so I want you to connect with us here on Long Talk. You can do so on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. Like and share, do your watch parties on YouTube. So thankful for our YouTube family, our Twitter family that keeps the conversation going, our YouTube family, our Twitter family, our Instagram family, and even our Facebook family. 4 families that conglomerate into one big Long Talk family. And I'm grateful for all of you that are watching tonight and sharing and doing your watch parties and however you find us. And tonight we're just grateful for this opportunity. Listen, we've got an exciting show lined up for you tonight, but I also want to say to all of you that did vote, thank you so very much for voting, whether you did it early, whether you did it via absentee, whether you did it on today just like I did, early in the morning, midday, or perhaps you just left the poll. Maybe and hopefully, and I mean this, hopefully somebody is still standing in line trying to cast that ballot here just a few minutes after 7. But thanks to all of you, and we're going to be gauging all of the results tonight. We're going to be gauging all of those results tonight. And tonight we'll be back here on Long Talk at 11 o'clock p.m. We'll be right back here tonight at 11. So stay with us after tonight's broadcast, 11 p.m. here on Long Talk. And so I want you to come back and be with us tonight so that we can monitor all of our election results. We know we got a lot on the line tonight. So tonight, please, please, please come back and be with us at 11 p.m. All right? All right. Well, listen, we are delighted to have this opportunity. Tonight, we are going to start the year off right. We are going to get financially fit, financially prudent, get into financial shape. We're going to set New Year's resolutions tonight because we have somebody who's with us who is going to help us get in shape. She's going to be our guest instructor tonight. So listen, I need you to call the family, call mom, dad, brother, sister, neighbor, friend, co-worker, whomever that you know needs to hear this information. We've got 6 things that you need to know tonight to get this new year off on a good start. All right. So listen, I'm going to give you just a minute, but before you get ready, go ahead again and reach out to those individuals. And while you're doing that, I want to let you know tonight that we have a forensic accountant. She gets paid the big bucks to go in and search out every nook and cranny. And tonight she's going to do that with us tonight. Listen, you and I are getting a $129 free session. So many of her clients are upset, but she said that she was going to give us a free session tonight here on Long Talk. So family, I want you to know that tonight we're going to get that free session. You got to stay tuned because our accountant and our financial advisor, who is certified, she has her credentials in tax law. So she's not just somebody that you can pay, $25 to do your taxes, or somebody hanging out at the local grocery store saying, "Hey, can I do your taxes?" No, no. This young lady tonight is a certified tax accountant, and she is well trained and well astute in tax resolution cases. All right. She's right here, based in the city of Atlanta. She's the owner of Financial Elevation Tax Services here in Atlanta. There at Tax Elevation, they've got three tax accountants right there on staff. They've got a whole staff to accommodate whatever your concerns are. But tonight, she's here with us. Listen, Long Talk family, I've talked long enough. I know you've gotten everybody on the line. Listen, help me welcome our sister, Dr. Kimberly Davis. Dr. Kimberly Davis, how are you tonight?
Hi, guys. I am magnificent. Thank you so much for having me. I am super, super excited to be here with you guys. Happy New Year, first of all. So let's start there.
Yeah, let's start right there. Boy, 2020 was a long year, wasn't it?
Ooh, was it? And we actually have worked the entire year. We've been blessed, so we actually have worked the entire year with stimulus, SBA. We've been working.
You've been working nonstop. Hopefully, you got a chance to enjoy the holidays for a few minutes.
I actually did. I just got back from Jamaica. So I spent Christmas in Jamaica. So that was like my little treat. So now I'm kind of relaxed, refreshed, and ready to just get down to business.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you got a chance to go to Jamaica. We were here beating the streets trying to get as many of my cousins and your nephews and nieces out to the polls because
Yes.
a lot of people said, "Man, I did my part." So we've been trying, but glad you got a chance to get out and enjoy yourself. I'm always happy when those individuals who work hard are able to just get out and enjoy themselves, because I know you're helping people, and I know people are always demanding that you help them. So for you to go out and be able to enjoy yourself, and that makes my heart merry, because I'm just grateful that you have taken that time to do so.
Thank you. Yes. So I am super, super excited, like I said, to come here with you guys because there's so much information that we can cover tonight. And these 6 tips, I think, will just basically get you moving in the right direction. So.
Oh, man. Get us moving in the right direction. That's where we want to be. We want to be in the right direction, right?
Absolutely.
Want to be in the right direction. So listen, we're going to get right into it tonight. Let's get right into it, because I know you've got a lot to do. I know you had clients even right up until the minute we did this broadcast, so I know people are still ringing the phones off the hook.
Yes, I actually got 2 more clients after the podcast, and then I'm done for the night.
Oh my goodness. Man, listen, I want to just get this off on the right foot here tonight. There are quite a few people that got this question for you, Dr. Davis.
Okay.
I didn't get my stimulus check.
Ooh.
Who got my money?
Ooh.
So, talk to me. What am I to do if I never got my stimulus check?
That is a good one. So, if you had asked me this question a few days ago before some of the new rules were changed, I would have instructed everybody to go online, attempt to track it and call the stimulus hotline. But you actually can still go through and do those steps. But now what's happening is they've made a credit available. It's called the rebate recovery credit. So that credit will go into your this year's taxes, which is your 2020 tax return. And you can file those missing payments and get that credit on your return. So instead of you trying to do all that footwork, you just make sure, you make sure you're qualified for it. Make sure you're in the income, stipulations. Make sure your children are under 18, that type thing. And then once you file your taxes, if your tax preparer is trained for the new season, they'll know exactly where and what form to include and where it goes.
Oh man, so nobody stole my stimulus check?
No, and they'll research it and figure out what happened to it. And if somebody did steal it, then it's gonna be on them to go back and get it, and they'll make sure they correct it. So it was a lot of fraud with the stimulus checks, but if there is a case of fraud, you don't have to worry. They'll actually go in and correct all of that. So they have been working to correct it. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right, good. So, New Year, I was trying to figure out, man, who got my money? But you here tonight telling me nobody stole it, right?
No, nobody stole it. The tax preparers did not steal it. The banks didn't steal it.
You didn't take my money to Jamaica with you.
No, I did not take it with me to Jamaica. I had a lot of people ask me, did you by chance get our stimulus check? No, they actually sent the batch out to a few tax offices, but our liability wouldn't allow us to distribute them, so they had to send them back. So when the first checks came out, I remember we got about 10 and we had to send them back. So
Okay.
so that was corrected pretty fast.
So friends, don't go over there and beat on the door. Dr. Davis and her team, they don't have your money, right?
No, we do not. And if you need help getting it, we can help you find it and we can help you get it. But we don't have it.
Okay, all right. So Long Talk family, listen. I know that all of us are in a little crunch. Some of us may not be, but some may be in a little crunch, and you need that money. If you have not received that stimulus check, again, Dr. Davis, what are you telling us to do?
So if you really, really need it and you're not trying to wait till you file, then I actually can grab that number for you guys. If you give me just a quick second, I will grab it. And you can actually call this number and they will actually be able to track it for you. It may be a little hold time because it's been going crazy. So that number is 1-800-919-9835.
Give that to us one more time. 1-800.
919. 9835.
All right.
Yep.
That number's right there on the screen. Listen, please, if you have not received it and you're trying to figure out where it is, call that number on the screen. 1-800-919. Do you see that? 1-800-919. 9835. 9835. So
it may take a while because you gotta remember it's a billion people that are trying to call and get through because this line is specifically only for stimulus. So they only can help you with stimulus tracking right here.
wonderful. All right. Good. Long Talk family, we are committed to always providing the resources that you may need to help you improve your quality of life. So right off the gate, that saves somebody 3 hours tomorrow trying to find who to call and accusing somebody of taking the money and driving all the way over to where your office is there in Northwest Atlanta, beating your door down. Dr. Davis, want my money?
Yes.
So friends, call that number so that you can find out exactly where that money is, so that you can get things off on the right foot, right?
Oh, and one more thing. If you do find that it went to an account that was closed or an account that's not yours or an address that's not yours, they'll be able to file a claim for you right then on the phone so you can get those missing funds out to you. So if it is something fishy, don't worry. They'll be able to get that taken care of too.
Perfect. All right. Next thing I want to ask you this. Myself, along with several 100,000 others, we want to know this. Oh man, I wrote this down. I want to make sure I get this right, because I said I'm going to take advantage of this free session that you've given out. I'm not gonna let you come on here and just talk and help everybody else, and not help us business owners, right?
Right.
So I want to ask you this. Can business owners still apply for business relief funding? Those of us that own businesses.
Yes. So what's happening is they actually did a few changes to the CARES Act law, and they're replenishing both of the EIDL loans and the PPP. So right now, as of today, they are not taking new applications yet. But it will open up pretty soon for new applicants who didn't take advantage of it the first time.
Hmm.
They're supposed to start with the second round for the business owners who've already applied and already had funding, because it'll be easier to go ahead, get them out of the way, then go ahead and start opening up the applications again. So I actually offer this service. So even if you went to somebody else that might have did your loan, but you want to make sure your books are good, make sure just to have a second look at everything, or if you just want us to make sure all your books are right and do your application, you can actually, this is a service you can book on our website. And we can help you guys with that, because there's a lot of different information going on. So we can actually sit down and have a one-on-one and talk about the needs of your business and what your business model looks like, so we can refer you to the proper funding. Because what's happening is everybody is applying for all the funding and it doesn't apply for your business. So they're getting the dings and the issues when it's coming back to the repayment and the process of how to get it forgiven. So
Okay. Okay. Great. 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 Boy, you just took another load off trying to figure out, man, how am I going to keep the business afloat?
yes,
Dr. Davis,
there
we were
are.
out here. We were out here in person selling, uh, but when COVID hit, we had to close the doors and go virtual.
Right.
I'm not sure if I did it right. I just immediately closed the doors and went virtual.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help me with any tips on how many other business owners can reconfigure their business from going in person, where now we're seeing that more businesses have opened and are now being forced to reclose? How we can refigure that business from in person to perhaps virtual?
Yes, I actually have quite a few really quick tips, and then I have a big tip at the end. So one thing that COVID taught a lot of my businesses, because I do taxes, but again, I'm a forensic accountant, so I actually do bookkeeping for a lot of businesses, whether small. I have a couple corporations, a couple athletes, so I have like a mix of clients. So
Sure.
I actually just kind of saw that things are really virtual. You really can make almost any business virtual, with a few exceptions, but for the most part, the first most important thing, I'll do three quick things. The first one is making sure you have a really strong point of contact. And when I say point of contact, I mean something as far as a video conferencing. So for some businesses, a lot of people use Zoom, but Zoom does not work for everybody's needs. So there's so many different things like GoToMeeting, Google Meet. There are a lot of free options and a lot of paid options that are out there, and you have to kind of just make sure that your virtual office is just as strong as your physical office, because what's happening now is your walkway and your presence, your foot traffic is the internet. Your foot traffic is now Facebook, it's social media. So you want to put that good face forward in the social media world. So it starts with your virtual office. You want to make sure you have, just a good website, a good place to meet your clients. Then the second thing would be taking advantage of this funding, because that's one of the new changes that's with the PPP and the new relief funding that they've been giving out. At first, you weren't able to use that funding for any supplies or anything that was related to business building, but now those funds can be used for anything that you use to make your business virtual. So if you had to get new high speed internet, or if you had to make your home space your new workspace and you spent thousands of dollars, all of this stuff can be used and paid for by the loans and the money that the government is giving out. Granted that you have everything set up with your business. And again, that's where I come in. So you guys could book a consultation with me just to make sure, because there is so much money being left on the table, because a lot of people are afraid to go virtual. Even in my industry, I actually have mentored and talked to so many people because they're like, "Oh, we're closing down because we can't do taxes online." And so a majority of my clients are um, everywhere. I actually service about, I would say, 42 of the 50 states. I have at least about 20 clients in those states.
Mm-hmm.
So we're spread out. So we've been doing virtual for quite some time. So this is our first year doing 100% virtual, but it can be done. And so, back on, I got off on the tangent.
You're all right. You're okay. It's long talk. We're not going anywhere. You got a few minutes.
But back to the third tip. So I gave you guys the good two tips. The third one is making sure that you have a team presence. So a lot of entrepreneurs are spreading themselves very thin. And the typical idea I like to think of with virtual is you're not working harder, you're working smarter. You're putting all of your energy now into making that presence and not having to worry about things such as locations and transferring and commuting. So those things are actually main focuses. Once you kind of get those things working, then transitioning to fully virtual or partial virtual is actually easier. And again, I would be able to help with those things. And then I actually have a really good marketing brander that actually helps me with a lot of transitioning, and she helps a lot of small businesses as well. So, and her name is Milana Jade. Shout out to Milana. So she's actually, you can find her on my Facebook and on our business page, because she will actually be highlighted on our page for doing some work for us. So she's really good with helping businesses transform from day-to-day, face-to-face to virtual. So she's kind of like the genius behind the brand, but that's kind of how you would want to get started.
Sure. So if you need that information tonight on Long Talk, go ahead and follow her, Dr. Kimberly Davis, and you can do so at financial_elevation, and figure out all that you may need for whatever you're trying to accomplish, so that you don't have to close the doors forever, right?
Right. Yes.
Oh, man.
Because there's so many businesses, and it's really actually heartbreaking. Businesses that have been open for years, they're actually not, when COVID is over, they're over. So they've decided just to kind of okay, we're done. So so that does not have to be the end of your business if you don't want it to be.
Sure. I'm just grateful because so many times people feel hopeless, right?
Yes.
And they don't have anywhere to turn. But tonight you're saying, before you put that closed for good sign up,
yes,
before you come see you.
Yes.
Man, do you know how many people you just helped? Do you know how many phone calls you're going to get tomorrow from?
I cannot wait because I actually have been, that's really what I just been doing this whole time. Just kind of getting out here, making sure that businesses know the options that they have. Because a lot of people did not apply for this relief funding because they were scared. A lot of people, and I'm talking about good businesses that actually qualified, but they didn't have anybody in their corner to let them know, hey, this is what this means. This is what you do for this. So you can actually do this and still qualify. So I have been trying my best to get to help as many people as possible. So far, I think we have helped about, and I gotta actually count because I've done some more since vacation. Before vacation, I have helped about 1,700 small businesses stay open. So I actually, and I'll show you guys. So I have a few things from the SBA. So the SBA sent me this last week. So we are the top of the region. So I have done 23 million in relief funding, and I've recovered 6 million in fraudulent funds. So I've actually been pretty busy with the SBA and just kind of helping everyone and just making sure everybody has exactly like what they need. So
that's phenomenal.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Even to my minority-owned businesses, to know that we've got a sister here that will help you and exhaust all resources to help you keep your business going.
Yes.
She's the one that's going to help you not have to open up that GoFundMe page, right?
Right. Exactly.
Man, we sincerely appreciate it. I see so many hearts and so many people are just appreciating. And so, as long as COVID is, we don't have to die. And what I mean by that, our visions, our dreams, our aspirations, what it is that has been birthed inside of us to get out here and put our footprint in the earth does not have to die.
Yep, it just looks different now. That's it. It doesn't have to be buried. We just got to do it a little different. That's all.
Wow. That's incredible. Listen, I'm going to take this break, and I know that voting is over, but Dr. Warnock said to me the other day, he said, yeah, I think it'd be good if you run it one more time. So I'm going to run this commercial one more time, just in honor of the wonderful campaign that our good friend, Dr. Raphael Warnock, ran. We'll be right back after this message.
I want to talk to you about the stakes in this election as plainly as I can. If we're going to get this virus under control, get folks back to work, and make sure affordable health care is available for everybody, we've got to send people to Washington who aren't interested in playing political games or making themselves rich. We've got to elect folks who will get to work for people like you. That's why I'm supporting Reverend Raphael Warnock in the special election for Senate. Reverend Warnock's someone I've known for years. He's a man of great moral integrity, a leader in the truest sense of the word. He's spent his life pushing for justice, fighting to expand healthcare, protecting voting rights and the dignity of work. You don't find a lot of people in Washington like Reverend Warnock, and that's exactly why we got to get him there. Please join me in supporting Raphael Warnock for Senate.
I'm Raphael Warnock, and I know we can do better. That's why I approve this message.
Friends, we're back here on Long Talk tonight with the forensic accountant, Dr. Kimberly Davis, who has just, almost gonna make me cry, Doc, because to know that you have helped so many of my brothers and sisters keep their business open is phenomenal. And for so many people that are wondering why do we do Long Talk, it is for reasons just like this. To know that our beautiful sister here, Dr. Kimberly Davis, is out here helping brothers and sisters just like you and I, who have a dream, who have an aspiration, but really hit a brick wall when COVID struck.
Yep.
Saw their sales decrease, saw their revenue plummet. And so, and listen, the old folks said it's just no harm in asking, right?
That's it. That is it. Like, I get clients all the time, and I do answer inboxes. So I am not that super uberly famous person that does not answer inboxes. If you send me an inbox, I will answer. It may take me a few hours or a few days, but I will answer. And if it's in like something I know about, I will definitely be able to help. So yeah, if you have questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to me, and I definitely will answer them for you.
Listen, I'm not afraid to say I was in your inbox, right?
Yes.
I was in your inbox. I said, sis, I'm be honest, my wife is watching, she knows. I was, because she was sitting there right next to me when I was in your inbox. I said, sis, you gotta help. And you've come here tonight. The truth is, you're not charging to do this interview. I'm thankful that you're helping so many people. And this is why, Long Talk family, even while you're watching right now, you need to like and share. Because all of us know somebody that's got a business. All of us know somebody that's going through. All of us know somebody who didn't get a stimulus check.
Yep. And they
right?
need it.
And need it.
Yep.
Jeez.
And they may be ashamed to say something, because one thing I noticed, I had a girl come to me the other day, and she was like, I wasn't going to use you because you didn't have a whole bunch of social media followers, But then when I came into your office, I realized you had a packed office, you had this, that, you had your phones were ringing off the hook, and I was like, you got to understand with finances, people are very, very secretive. So
Yeah.
they always want to talk by themselves. They don't want anybody to know. So you can't always go on, just you have to put the information out there and let people come to you how they want. So
And
share light, you never know who'll need it.
and that's why I'm glad when I was in your inbox, you said when and where, right? You said when and where. And boy, you have really come on here tonight to really help us. Here's another group of people standing in line. I filed my taxes, but I hadn't gotten my IRS refund. Doc, what's going on?
Woo! Okay, so that is a really good one. So let me show you something. I actually got letters on my desk now from mail that we sent in back. This letter says we received your inquiry of notice back on February the 21st. So it is now almost February 21st, the next year, and I'm just now getting a response to something I sent in. So honestly, there are actually like truckloads of mail that, because I still have friends. I used to work for the IRS, so I'm a former IRS agent. So I have friends that still work there. So they were telling me about, hey, there's like truckloads of mail. It's going to be a long time for a lot of stuff gets processed. So I'm actually having this conversation with clients every day. If you mailed anything or faxed anything to the IRS, please expect delays because everything is actually anywhere from 6 to almost 18 weeks delayed. So, yes, everything. I'm talking faxing, transcript ordering, everything is delayed. So, they actually are making up for it because they were actually off. So while we were working at home, they had a few departments that were working at home, but for the most part, the IRS was actually completely off. So they're making up for all the time they miss. So it may be a while, so kind of stick by the mailbox is all I can say.
I know I sent off for some transcripts. Took me about 3 months to get some transcripts, so. Yeah.
I am actually waiting on transcripts and certified return copies. So, yeah.
Wow. So I'm not by myself is what you're saying?
No, definitely not. I actually have a couple hundred clients that are waiting on something. And they've actually been waiting for almost a year now.
Oh, my God.
Because they were a little behind right before COVID hit. So right in that thresh of anything you sent after February is kind of caught up. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm just sitting here thinking while you're talking. I'm sorry. I sort of got stuck in my own mind there for a minute. It's going to be a minute, you say?
Yes, it's going to definitely be a minute. So you can just be patient and basically your tax preparers, it depends. Because a lot of people, and this is no shade, a lot of people don't really use certified preparers. So certified preparers are closed non-season. So if your person is closed, then you'll just have to wait till they come back and they can give you more instruction. But there are people like me that are open like all year, and you can just, reach out to us if you need us to check anything or something feels weird or if you got a letter you didn't understand. But for the most part, yeah, you just got to actually wait for everything to just process.
Great. Okay. All right, I was starting to feel, as they say, some kind of way.
No.
Because I sent it in, and I ain't heard nothing. Nobody called. Nobody sent me a letter say, we got it. We'll get back to you.
No, it's not.
I hadn't gotten anything.
No, it's not just you. They actually stopped the notices, too, when they weren't at work. So a lot of notices that will come out are going to be late. So you may see a notice that's August backdated or backdated for September, but notice that those were supposed to have been out. So they're resending those out too. So you may get old notices as well.
Okay. All right. Cool. Here on our long talk tonight, that ain't what I want to hear, but I guess it is what it is, right?
Right.
All right, I need a minute to let that sort of sink in for a minute. I was trying to plan my Jamaica trip with my return, Doc.
Oh, and it was amazing too. Now you got me wanting to go back.
Oh man. But Jamaica ain't going nowhere, right?
No, they gonna be there because look, that's my annual trip. Like I'm so in love with Jamaica. We go there every year.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. All right. I may have to catch you guys next year since my money gonna be a little.
Yes.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Here's another question that came in. With 2021 New Year, been hearing some rumors that there are some new tax laws being implemented. Can you give us a sneak peek? Promise we ain't gonna tell nobody. Just give us what you've been hearing. What's new?
Ooh,
What's fresh off the press?
that's a good one. So I just actually left a new tax law class. So the main thing that we want to remember for 2020 tax returns is 2020 was the year of pandemic. So there are so many credits. There are so many deductions that are lenient, that are different this year because of the pandemic. For example, my favorite that I'm going to actually wear out for my clients is the mileage. So for the first time in a long time, mileage is up. I think it's 29 cent now versus the 23 cent that it was. And so that may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but when you have a business that is trucking or any kind of delivery business or any business that has vehicles, business owners know that mileage pays a really good deduction. So that's one of the main things that I actually like. That's with the changes. I also like I said, that how they're doing the stimulus credit. So if you did not receive your stimulus check, you can actually get that credit directly added to your check. So you don't have to wait for a second check. If you're entitled to that money and it clears on their end, they're going to send it right out with your refund. So I do like that. Let me see what else I saw that I like. Let's see, I gave you two. Oh, I know something that's really, really good for business owners. There's a new qualified business expense sheet that came out last year. And so there are a few adjustments to that sheet this year. The mileage and moving expenses, that is really, really good. So qualified businesses would be any business that is not recreational drug use, recreational gambling, and I think it's recreational adult entertainment. Anything that's not those three, your businesses would qualify for that. So that would just be an extra form. And again, if you have somebody who does the trainings every year, they'll know this isn't something you just kind of just ask. This is something that your preparer will actually know because it came in our training. So
all of my strip club owners and strippers are out of luck.
Yes, they actually kind of out of luck. I don't really think they gonna get that far. They actually now they would be able to go in and do pandemic relief funding.
Sure.
I did have some clients that did that, but they can't do any of that on the tax part. So.
All right. Okay. I'm not saying I know any, but I'm just saying that oh man. No, I just want to make it clear. Hey, listen, seriously. Everybody watches the show, and so you never know.
Yes, everybody. And like I said, I am very serious. I have a lot of clients that are dancers because they actually get paid $10.99.
Sure.
So, so I actually, and I do not discriminate. I actually help everyone. I am an accountant for all.
And people that know me know, everybody knows I'm a pastor. I did some work, some evangelism, give outs. So I do know a strip club owner. I do. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Doc. You're not going to get what she's talking about tonight. But anyway, let's get back on topic. There are some new credits. All my truck drivers friends. I got family members that own trucking companies and dispatch. A lot of my friends drive trucks. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a good year for them, you saying?
It is. Everybody that has mileage, this will be a really good year to make sure you're tracking your mileage, to make sure that you have all of your expenses in the T. If you had any damage, that's a really good one. I'm glad you did say that. So another thing, they are actually making it where if anybody had any damage for any of the Black Lives Matter riots or any of the things that have been going on, you can actually, there's a casualty and loss form that you can actually include and get those damages covered. Everything that your insurance didn't cover, or if your insurance may have missed some things, or if you need that deductible covered, all of that is tax deductible. So again, that you come to see me, that's something that we talk about in your tax discovery appointment, and we get those credits on there. We get you guys rolling, make sure you're getting everything that you're entitled to, especially with everything that happened last year.
Okay. Listen, if you're watching this, you need to call all your trucking buddies.
Yes.
I'm doing a lot of it right now. I'm hitting up some family members because I know a lot of the truckers are always trying to find additional revenue however they can. Mm-hmm. And tonight you're saying that there's an increase.
Yes.
Wow.
And so all your mileage that you've been tracking, you actually, and like I said, that a lot of people are looking like, oh, it's just 4 cents. No, if you're doing thousands of miles every month, that 4 cents adds up.
Man, I'm sorry. I know a lot of truckers, so I'm trying to make sure they hear this because I don't want them to miss out, and I don't want anybody calling me asking can they borrow some money either. So I just know that we. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Whew. And again, you don't know that the money's out there unless somebody tells you, right?
And that's it. You would never know, because imagine going to your person, little Shay that do taxes,
and hair
at the gas station,
and hair.
She didn't go to the class, right? So she's still doing taxes from 2015, and she doesn't know about all the credits that you're entitled to. She doesn't know that you can file your missing stimulus on this certain new form. So that's why it's very, very important to make sure you go to somebody who's doing the trainings, that's making sure they're doing the continuing education. Because our office actually does 40 hours of continuing education every tax season. So me and my girls and my one guy, I make them go to the education classes. They do the tests, so we're ready. So everything that comes with the season, we're prepared. We're ready for you guys.
Good deal. So you're not the only one in the office. We got to wait until Dr. Davis is available. You have other staff there at the office.
No, you actually, basically, you can book appointment with me directly, or I actually have staff members. I have an office manager, and then I have 2 staff accountants that actually book appointments as well. And so my staff accountant, he's seasonal. He actually works for VP, so he's actually pretty good. He's like my mini-me. And so he does really, really well with businesses as well. And then I have a person that only does just regular individual taxes. So she's very, very good with students. And so we all have our own niche. So
good deal. Good
whole
deal.
Office, and we're ready. We're ready to help you guys with anything that you guys may need. Taxes, bookkeeping, everything that comes with that part of your financial needs.
All right. Listen, I know you got 2 more clients you got to help, and the time is getting away from us. I just got to ask you this, and if you don't mind, I don't want to be offensive, but I've been doing my taxes a long time. I appreciate this information you sharing. I mean, it's good and everything. Why do I need somebody like you, an accountant?
Oh, that's great. That's a good question. I actually talk about this all the time. So we'll talk about it on the business side and we'll talk about it on the personal side. So a lot of people, when they think about accounting, when they think about me, they think that they have to have a lot of money or a whole bunch of money for me to manage and to take care of. And that's actually farthest from the truth. You actually can come to me when you're in different stages. So
Okay, it looks like we lost Dr. Davis there. Don't know exactly what happened, but I do want to say if you are in need of her services, and we're going to try to get her back in here just a few minutes, but if you're in need of her services, I want you to make sure that you follow her. Make sure that you follow her, Dr. Kimberly Davis, and you can follow her at financial _elevation, financial _elevation, as she can really help assist you. I know that she is one that has helped hundreds of individuals, making sure that they get their financial situation together. But nevertheless, hopefully tonight's conversation was informational. I pray that you who are watching were benefited and that you were able to get the information that you needed. Lastly, I want to tell you tonight that this conversation was just for you. Go back and share this with somebody. Make sure that you are in a place where you can watch this, because it's going to be a blessing to so many individuals. Okay, whether you are trying your very best to get those that stimulus money figured out, or if you're trying your very best to make sure that you know what to do if you do not receive your stimulus check, or if you just cannot figure out what's going on with your taxes. Either way, go back and watch this broadcast so that you can get the information that's needed. Listen, tonight we're getting ready to leave, but I want you to join us again in just a couple of hours, a little more than 2 hours. We're going to be right back here with our special guest talking about the decision, hopefully, that is favorable to you and I. And I want you to be back here with us on tonight, okay? All right, Long Talk audience, I appreciate you. Sorry that we weren't able to bring this to a proper close, but just the information that Dr. Davis was sharing with us tonight was more than resourceful and more than helpful in making sure that you and I get off to a good start here in 2021, okay? All right, well, listen, I'm going to see you again at 11 o'clock. Until then, you be safe, all right? Take care.
Follow us on Facebook at Daunta A. Long. Follow us on Instagram at Daunta Long. Follow us on YouTube at Daunta A. Long. Thank you for tuning in to Long Talk.